Well, hello, guys. It is the witching hour, and I am here to talk to all of you other witches, women, men, whoever wants to get in on this conversation that I'm going to be having this morning, rather. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to get in here. Just a few things I want to run by you guys prior to getting into the discussion is that if you are in a mother daughter narcissistic relationship with your mother, um, or if you are the narcissistic mother, you guys are welcome to reach me at the link below for spiritual counseling, advice on self help, as well as spells and rituals that work. All right, I see it's 8 of you guys in here. If y'all can go ahead and hit that thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. It kind of lets me gauge who all is in the room. And it also gets the positive energies flowing. Hello, Vesselin. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And I'm going to get this link shared so that we can get into the subject because we're going to dig really. Okay. Just 1 second. Okay, that's weird. All right, whatever. Okay, let me see something else real quick. Like it's going to take forever to complete that action. Guys, so I am back. We can go ahead and get started. So let's talk about the narcissistic mother and the relationship that they have with their daughters. Now, I do realize for the men out there that there are men that have narcissistic mothers. It plays out a lot differently for men. It depends on the severity of the narcissism and the spiritual illness within your mother. Typically, when it comes to narcissistic parents, for men, the father affects them the most, or either the lack, okay? And for women, it's usually the mother. So, I think having a narcissistic mother as a man, it is very difficult, but it is very, very different when it is a mother and a daughter, okay? So, where do I begin with this? The narcissistic mother is constantly in competition with the daughter. Okay. And it's not just going to be subtle. A lot of them are very covert, but some of them are blatant and flamboyant and out in the open with their disdain and treachery against their daughters. They have absolutely no shame for the things that they say. They have no accountability, okay, for their own parenting or screwed up parenting. And they sound like complete idiots when they talk, right? If you are a child with a narcissistic mother, why don't people say anything? Why don't they say anything? The reason why for some people is that they want to take advantage of the situation. Okay, they're there to take advantage of you. Okay. Other reasons why people won't interfere is because they probably believe the lies and the treachery of a narcissistic mother. Okay. Last but not least, there's a lot of people that just don't care. Okay. So you have to have a very good relationship with your spirits and with God and the gods. You do. Okay. Now, Narcissistic mothers do not love their children. They don't. Okay. In fact, they hate them through and through. Okay. So if your mother is narcissistic and this person refuses to get any help for it or acknowledge it, this person does have hatred for you. Okay. Now we've all established that narcissistic people are very childish and immature. We've talked about that a lot. Okay. Hello, Cancer 61. Hello. Oh, we've got Maldives baby. Sorry about that. You having network problems? I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully you'll be able to watch through the playback, okay? Because maybe this information, you need to hear it through the playback possibly, okay? Narcissistic mothers are jealous. They don't want their daughters, in particular, if they have boys. If you notice the dynamic of narcissistic mothers having a preference over the boys that they give birth to, okay? Um, they're very jealous. They don't want to see you surpass them. In fact, some of them, the jealousy goes all the way up to and not limited to trying to murder you. A narcissistic mother will kill her child or adult child if they can get away with it. Okay, which is why you shouldn't eat nothing that they give you. Don't eat nothing that your mama gives you that is narcissistic. You'll find yourself sick afterwards. Okay. I gotta keep it real with y'all, man. We're gonna have this one raw and uncut. And we know that the narcs, because right now, at the time and space that we're in right now, narcissistic people are freaking out. A lot of people don't realize that. So they'll put on a personification that they're winning and that they're doing something, but they're actually freaking out because they're losing their supply. And too many people are waking up. Too many people are fighting back. And the demon is kicking their butts. That demon is kicking their butts because they ain't doing their jobs properly. Okay? Your narcissistic mother is working overtime in her mind to ruin everything good in your life. They want to destroy it. All the way from a piece of paper that you may have, it could be a little piece of car that you may have bought, or it could be your children, your career, your love life, your friendships. These people are very isolating. And see, isolation doesn't mean keeping your kids home at a young age. Okay. You got a 5, 6 year old, keep your child at home. That don't have nothing to do with it. No, we talking about isolation to the point where you cannot have any friends. They will try to make you the laughing stock wherever you go. And let me just tell you something. To people that are dealing with this, to people that are privy to a narc parent. That narcissistic parent has lied, twisted, and manipulated you into sharing into their bad negative karma. You're going to always feel bad. You're going to always feel guilty. You're going to always have something tearing at your heart chakra for helping a narcissistic parent abuse their child. And you will be judged. Okay? So y'all know in the Bible where it says, honor thy mother and thy father and your days shall be long. But it also says that the parents ain't supposed to provoke the kids. Don't it? Yeah, it say it. Okay. So this is a person that have y'all look, I'm gonna give y'all a homework assignment. I want you guys to watch Flowers in the Attic. Some of you guys would probably prefer reading the book. The book is much more detailed. Okay. Narcissistic mother will sleep with your husband, your boyfriend, or your man. A narcissistic mother to her daughter is an utter and absolute embarrassment. She's an embarrassment. You have to understand that there are spirits and energies out there for you that will give you your life and give you your hope and give you a chance at life. I have had so many people judging me, even me, and I've done a very good job of bringing fairness and balance to my life. I don't know about you guys, but I've got people that judge me because I homeschool, but they don't judge my mother for trying to ruin my life. Has being homeschooled ever ruined anybody's life? Nope. Has being kept safe as effectively as possible? Because let me tell y'all something. When I'm gonna give y'all a personal tidbit of me, and then I'm gonna get back on the subject. This house that I'm living in, my narcissistic mother contacted the entire department of everybody, okay, including the schools, and then also sick predators on me. So right now, I would not dare send my son to school to any of these schools in this neighborhood where she knows my address. Oh, baby, trust me, I done learned my lesson. I wouldn't tell that woman where I go to school at. She would go and pay somebody's mother to have their child fight my child. And you know, kids have killed themselves and been killed at schools. See, this is low life, dirty dog trash that we're talking about here. We're not talking about somebody that is an upstanding citizen. A narcissistic mother is a piece of trash. I'm just telling you what it is. You should not continue to try to please your narcissistic mother, whether or not you're a man or a woman. Okay? You should not continue to try to please them in any way. Because guess what? You know how you know you doing right and you going down the wrong path, the right path? You know how you know you going down the right path? It's because they mad. That's how you know. If your narcissistic mother is mad and going crazy, you know you doing right. Hello? I must be doing something right. Your narcissistic mother will never stop, ever. It never stops. You know why? Because you're not your own person. You are a piece of property to them. There is no maternal instincts in a person like that. Okay? There's no maternal instincts in that person. This person is lost. This person is beaten. by a demon, beaten. Hey D, hello, how are you? This person's beaten. The demon beat them up. But let me tell you something. A lot of the times, if you have somebody like that, they were probably born that way. Because most women are born with maternal instincts, most of us. Okay. The narcissistic mother is calling you every slut, bitch, crackhead, crazy, stupid, dumb, unworthy, bad, demon. Those are some of the words that your narcissistic mother is using on you. And they're spreading it like a disease all over the place. Okay? Now, you know they got disease in their body. Y'all, you know, when we talk about generational hexes, let's talk about that. Remember, I told you guys that sometimes you have to continue to do continued work. Sometimes you have to do continued work because, especially if your narcissistic mother knows that you're doing work to remove that situation. Like I told y'all, it's good to have it once a year. Some people have to have it twice a year. Depends on what you got on the line. If you got a job or something or a career that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, what's that little $3,000 gonna do? Or $4,000? You'll be able to just pee that out of your urethra. Hello? Okay. So when you're talking about all of the harsh things that come along with that, deadly diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, and other health problems, those things can continuously be transferred to you, and it's being pushed onto you constantly by your narcissistic mother. Okay. Narcissistic mother is obsessed with you. Even if they go and see a therapist, they're just going to sit and talk about you. I remember I spoke to my mother's therapist, and my mother's therapist told me, she said, there's nothing wrong with you. She said, she said, look at me. Your mother is very sick. She is upset with you. I see your mother at least twice a month, or however often she says she saw her. And she does nothing but sit and talk about you and blame you for all of her downfalls in life. She said, you need to get away from your mother immediately and go no contact with her. She's a narcissist. That's exactly what her therapist told me. And I never saw her again after that day. I didn't, because see, look, you can either allow it to drive you nuts and make you depressed, or you can fight back. And you don't have to be angry. You don't release all of that anger. In fact, I might be doing a group ritual, but I'm not sure. I think I'm going to stick with the individual cases for this new moon that's coming up on July the 31st. I feel that now is the time for us to completely cut the cord to our narcissistic mothers. Remove the puppeteering that has been done to those around you. If those people choose to stay in your narc's mother's chaos, don't worry about them. Reverse the negative effects and cut the cord. Now, another thing that I want to talk to y'all about. Can you do work on your narcissistic mother? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Child, let me tell you, I no. If your narcissistic mother chooses to stay in that kind of chaos and confusion, or if they planted a seed of destruction that you're constantly having to stomp out, and that destructive energy keeps growing like weeds, cut it down and cut it off. First of all, you can cut the cord, but you can also do reversals on your narcissistic mother. Do your reversals. Do them. Send all their negative energy back to them. Remember that mirror magic I showed y'all? Mirror magic is very, very powerful. Even if you don't have an updated picture of that person, it doesn't matter. Okay. This person will continue to try to sabotage your life. Now, many of you may need to only get a cord cutting once a year or maybe even once. Depends on the level and the degree of the sickness that's in your mother. Okay? Depends on that. And it really honestly depends on how many handlers and supporters. Growing up with my narcissistic mother, you would think that somebody in the family, I think my grandmother tried to do it, but she gave up. You would think that somebody in your family would say, hey, why are you abusing that child like that? Why are you talking about that child like that? But they don't. They enable the narcissist. You know why? For their own selfish reasons is why they enable the narcissist. Okay, it depends on what's going on in your fam. If you got folks in your family that's, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Sometimes, first of all, nobody likes the narcissist. Nobody in the family actually likes them. But a lot of the times they may be using them for their life insurance. Because when you got a narky mother, when she done told you about 50 million times, I cut you out of my will. Good. Cut me out of your will completely. How about this? How about you stop telling people that you my mama because you an embarrassment? Okay. How about you stop telling people because I don't have to claim you. So what you still claiming me for if I'm so horrible? Seem like you clout chasing, mama. Mommy's clout chasing. You see what I'm saying? Being disrespectful to you. Okay? Yes, you can do work on them. A lot of people think, well, I'm going to be cursed. The Bible said that I got to respect this. And no, hon. You have a right to have a life. Do you understand me? You have a right. You have a biological and a spiritual right to your life. And let me tell you something. A lot of y'all be wondering, because y'all know narcissistic mothers kill their kids every day. We hear about it on the news. And you be wondering, why didn't this lady just kill me? Well, first of all, they knew it would look too suspicious and they would get caught and they didn't want to go to prison. Okay, that's first of all. It's much more funner to kind of put a kick me sign on your kid's back and tell people to abuse your own child. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it was something else I was going to say. It's going to come back to me. Don't worry. Those of you that have wonderful relationships with your mother, you have no idea whatsoever. Okay. What I was going to tell y'all is that there was an angel and spirit guides that were protecting you from her. That's why she didn't kill you. That's why you didn't turn up dead. Okay? That's why. Because God had a plan for you. And the plan was not for you to suffer. No, it wasn't. that wasn't God. That was not God's plan for you. Sorry. Your petty difference with your mother and your mother's petty behavior has nothing to do with how God feels about you. Because she's not God. She's just the person that laid down literally like a birth to you. That's the person, that's the animal. You know that saying any animal can lay down and give birth, but a mother is a mother. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. She was almost like just a puppy, or let me tell y'all something. We kept two of her kittens, and they so cute. Y'all should see them. They so cute. They done got so big. And she still nurses. I think they're probably about 3 or 4 months old. She's still nursing. Cats and dogs got more sense than these narcissistic mothers, okay? Yeah, they do have a godlike complex. Yes, they do. But they are at the lowest, at the bottom, and the lowest of the totem pole. But the fact that they are your quote unquote mother is how they get over. That's why you have to disconnect your emotions. You have to not care. Even, and you know what I said to somebody the other day? I said, I'm starting to miss my mother. That was even a mistake. You know what that was? That was my spirits telling me that she was up to no good. Mm-hmm. I don't even think about my mother. Anytime I start thinking about my mother from here on out, oh, I'm gonna do immediate work by that next day. Okay. So the one thing about it is that, your narcissistic mother, she wants you to believe you're ugly or that you stink. And then she loves to see you get hurt. And she loves to sit and do the puppeteering thing. Um, Guys, I've got a new spell going up on the website. Y'all gonna love it. It's the anti-poppet spell. Oh yeah, honey. Because let me tell you something. Not only does my mother do doll magic, but she does doll house magic. Okay, see, people got their own way of doing witchery. Everybody don't like candles for their witchcraft because a lot of people are scared of fire, especially evil folks. Evil folks are scared of fire, okay? So they'll use all sorts of means. Another movie that I want y'all to see is Dead Silence. It's a very, very good movie, and it'll just kind of open up your mind to the evil of poppets and things like that. Okay. So that's going to be going up on the website probably tonight, and I'll come back and let y'all know, and you guys can come and get consults for it to cut those puppet strings. Mm-hmm. Trying to control how you feel about yourself, how you feel, how other people feel about you. Next thing you know, you're being judged by folks that's supposed to love you. You be like, what's going on here? Oh, you get the harshest judgment. Let me tell you something. When you have a narcissistic mother, it's okay for other people to be human, but not you. Oh, her laundry wasn't done. Oh, let's shame her into oblivion. Because the laundry wasn't done one day. Oh, my God. What do we got to do? You know what I'm saying? I swear to y'all, everything that's normal and human. I mean, even all the way down to farting and taking a defecation defecating. Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself for taking a dump. You should be ashamed of yourself for having to fart. Even though statistically we know that children that are colicky like that the negative energy is what brings all that gassiness. So you be extra gassy when you got a narcissistic. Okay. So every time they come up, pop up, do anything, because they popping off every single day, popping off, popping off, popping off, calling everybody that can't talk about you. Yeah, so I want to, and usually, let me just tell, if you're a narcissistic mother out there, there's probably at least 8 of you in the chat. Your daughters are not thinking about you. They trying to live their life. And all day, every day, you just like a old bitsy bug, just all day, just chitter bugging around. Pitter pattern. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. It's 15 in the chat. Let me see how many of y'all in here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm going to tell y'all a good herb to get when you have a horrible narcissistic mother is that motherwort. Make you a child, make you a cup of motherwort tea, mix you in some skull cap with that, put you some chamomile in that, put you some ginger root in that, because yeah, narcissistic mothers absolutely cause stomach problems. You wonder why you got stomach problems? You better look at your mama. They hate to see other people honoring you. They hate when your man honors you. They hate it. And you know what's sad? They're somewhat powerful. The demonic power that they have. But guess what's more powerful? You are. You are way more powerful than a weak, disenfranchised, narcissistic mother. Because if they had any sense, it's like, let me ask you something, ma'am. While you're sitting here talking about your daughter and lying on her, did you have any idea that maybe, just maybe for 1 second, that this could have been your parenting if your child is that bad? Which, of course, they're lying. But if somebody sensible asks them a sensible question, they'll either not know how to answer it or they'll make some kind of excuse. And I'm not talking about normal stuff like, I don't know, meeting a boyfriend, having a baby, even if you're a teenage pregnancy, even if you have a teenage pregnancy, narcissistic parents are not going to be there for you. They're going to throw you out in the streets. Y'all know how my daughter had a child as a teen. And I support her and her baby. Y'all know that? Okay. And a narc parent ain't going to do that. And oh, I'm so embarrassed. Everybody's going to judge me, and they'll curl up in a ball like a little old dried up spider or something. I'm just keeping it real with you. Go no contact with them and make sure that they never get your address. And if it's somebody that you dealing with that you suspect is communicating, you got to throw the cards. Hey, is my mother talking to my boyfriend? Is he her agent? Then you got to cut them off. Okay? Because they'll just go and tell her your business because they stupid. You know what I'm saying? They dumb. But they're their mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, I got to keep it real with you, man. Look, the further that you are away from their negative energy, at least a year, give yourself a year, you feel a whole lot different. So sometimes you do kind of have to go into solitude and like back away from everybody that you once knew. Saying, well, you are her mother. Even though I know what you're doing is wrong, you're still her mother. So, yeah, she stays at, 661 Sycamore Street. You know what I'm saying? Got to throw them away. You got to cut them off, throw them to the wayside, say, my life is way too important, because it's bad enough if you got friends talking crazy about you. But when it's your own mama, they can affect you. When I first went through that 4 years ago, when I got to Georgia, when I was trying to start up my business, it did have a negative impact, but I've increased 10 times since then. And my business is very successful, and I'm not secretive about that. Why should I have to keep that a secret? For what? What you gonna do about it? Okay. I do what I do, and you do, what you can do about it. You gotta, hey, you know what? You gotta be strong. You ain't gotta be angry. You ain't gotta be mad. You ain't gotta be sad. Just be strong and say, hey, look, I'm not dealing with this with you. Are you kidding me? You want me to sue you? Because you can actually sue them for what they did. You can take your sick narcissistic mother to court and say, this person said this about me, and I may have lost XXX amount. Now, this is if they affected you or your business long term. I mean, mines don't have no effect on my business because I am very successful. If I wanted to, or if I cared, I just want to be rid of it. But some of y'all may have lost a lot. Okay. Some of y'all may have actually lost a lot because were so upset and distraught and traumatized by what they did to you. So that's understandable. Everybody ain't like Jamila. That's the reason why your narc mother is still mad at you, because she ain't folded yet. Why would I be so weak as to you? I got my children depending on you. You the only weak person that abandoned your children when they needed you the most. You did that. So how is that my cross to bear? That is the conversation that you need to be having with that negative spirit of your narcissistic mother right now. And don't worry about the judgment. If you are being judged and you feel like your life got ruined, there's a way out of that. A lot of y'all lives have been ruined by your narcissistic mother. Men don't respect you. Women don't want to come nowhere near you because ain't no telling what the hell she done said about you that could be sick, twisted, disgusting. All the puppeteering and racketeering and lies and deceit and deception, all of that must and will only affect them because they need to have pain in their life. They need it. Know why they need to have that pain? Because that's the only thing that's going to teach them. Pain, you can learn a lot from pain. Pain is a lesson. And my mother used to tell me life is pain. But that's because she knew that she was going to set me up for it. Okay. And they're very manipulative, especially if it's a man in your life that you may love and he may be, affected, understand that it's the manipulation, whether or not the relationship is meant to go far or short, or less far. Forgive those people. Let go of that anger, because all it does is make it worse. Because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get upset at everybody around you for being heavily manipulated by this person, and you're going to want to do work on them. Stop doing work on the people that have been manipulated by your narcissistic mother and do work on your mother. All these empty seaters and puppets and robots that she has created, they'll go down with the fall. Trust me. When she go down, they go down. That's why they so codependent on you. Okay. Oh, they'll tell all sorts of lies and stories about you that aren't true. Okay. To get people to believe them. They'll cry, play victim. Oh, can't believe that I've got they're great actresses, by the way. I can't believe that my daughter did this to me. Oh my God. Now, a seer and an experienced practitioner that ain't evil is going to see right through that. But a lot of these practitioners don't. Hold on a second. This is the reason why I told you that it's very, very smart for any practitioner to not get involved with the narcissistic mother and daughter relationship. Don't get involved because you ain't gonna do nothing but get yourself caught up. If a narky mother called me and said, I want my daughter to do this, I'm gonna say, ma'am, what you need is an exorcism, is what I would say to that person. So people know not to come in. I ain't never once had a client come to me and ask me about their daughter to do nothing to them because they already know what's happening over here. You mess around and get cursed. Now, if your daughter owe you an absorbent amount of money or something and you just want her to pay you back, okay, fine. I'll try to, but really, to be honest with you, I don't like to get involved with people's money arguments and stuff. Sometimes I will, but sometimes I won't. Okay, a lot of times I won't. Okay. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. Let's drift back to where we were. Should you and can you do work on your narcissistic mother? Absolutely. It's either going to be you or her. Which one? You going to give your life? You going to be the sacrificial lamb? And other people will judge you. I actually, and you know what? I forgave that person very quickly after I heard them say it because, they weren't in a place to really understand. They're somewhere else, but I heard somebody say something about people that come from demonic, narcissistic, maybe even satanic behaving families. Something about, they're bad in some kind of way or you shouldn't mess with them and stuff. That's just fear talking. Okay. That's just fear and ignorance. And that's a part of that person's bloodline and you don't want to get involved with that and da 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 da. No, not really, because children of either narcissistic or satanic families have every spiritual and biological right to live, breathe, and exist and be happy, abundant, prosperous, and loved. So that's just another narcissist apologist right there who's demonically possessed and don't know it. Hello? Linda Capri, hello. You said the mothers that steal your youth is actually worse, making you babysit the kids and never have time for going out nor school activities. LOI, I've become crazy and wild now. You know what? I've actually heard, I was actually hearing somebody talk about that. And they do steal many, many years of your youth. I know I was caught up with in my mother's narcissistic trap well into my 30s. All the heartache and the judgment and the being the outcast and all of that. Yeah, it does steal your youth. There's a spell for that, though, just to let you guys know. Let me tell you something. There is, and look, you can actually live extra long unless God decides it's your time to go and it's just time to kick in. But let's say that and you know what I noticed? I noticed that children of narcissistic mothers and adult children, they actually look younger. They look young for their age. And the reason why is because there was so many years of, and yeah, your narcissistic mother is, yeah, they do make you fat. If you lose weight, they will cast spells and try to, throw some extra butter, in the pie and tell you that they used, I can't believe it's not butter, but give you something that's fatty. And then all the stress, of course, that will cause weight gain. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, yeah, all of that. They will purposely withhold information from you that is valuable. They won't teach you nothing. I mean, it is just absolutely disgusting. And you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. With my first baby, I had him with somebody that was almost 6'6" tall, 6'6" tall. And I'm only 5'4", and I was probably 5'3" at the time. But I noticed that my stomach was just wrecked. My mother, after her first child, her stomach smooth as a baby's bottom. You know why? Because, she never really gave me that education, that information. I had no idea that I should have been rubbing cocoa butter and stuff on my stomach. She never, I mean, it was like, it's like, now let me tell you something. My aunts and them taught me how to wash my butt as a child. So, and this is, for some reason, the narcs agents, they like to go around and say, oh, Jamila stinks down there, and which I don't. But, that's one of their main things that they like to say, because that's one of the side effects. But, honey, I don't even feel right if I'm smelling bad down there. So, but some of y'all that had narcissistic mothers, they didn't teach you nothing about how to take care of your body as a woman. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, well, Cupcake 701, it's not mothers. You're speaking in general. Because I have two daughters who are very beautiful, and a very beautiful granddaughter who looks just like me. And I'm not jealous of my younger daughters. So that's not every mother. You need to correct that and say narcissistic mothers. Okay. Or you mess around and get blocked out of my chat. Okay. Because I just kind of feel like in here with the mess. Okay, hon? Just saying. Okay. That's not a normal occurrence. Women, look, let me tell you something. A woman in her 30s and 40s is at her prime. Now, if you're a pedophile, you'll probably think that way. Most people that are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s and 60s are not in any way mad about how old they are. Okay? Because I'm a 42-year-old woman, and I have daughters who are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and I'm not jealous of them, huh? So that's called the narcissistic mother. Okay. Yeah, of course, your daughters are younger than you. And, I noticed this dynamic that is kind of forced on the grandchildren of the narcissist, to where they try to create a competition between you and your daughters, but that will never happen. Okay, both of my daughters respect me. I still pay child support for my daughters, so we don't have that problem over here. Okay. Okay, just to let you know that, huh? So, and men that have low self-esteem, and or either they're really disgusting types of men, they love to try to use that against you, to try to harm you or hurt you. So, and I know you're a man. Okay, probably. I don't know, but I just feel the energy of a man. Hold on. Okay. And nobody's going to sit around, especially somebody that still has their youth, or at least their beauty. Nobody's going to sit around wasting their time on low lifted, low intelligent people that think that way. Nobody's going to do that. Because I know that's been a running theme. It's been a script. It's been a script that my narc mothers, actors and actresses and puppets have been, oh, your daughters are so much younger than you and prettier than you. It's like, yes, thank you. I gave birth to them. I'll take credit for that. Thank you so much. Okay. So not only am I the mother, but I'm the grand. So that's grand, honey. That's something to be proud of, especially when you're not a weak-minded mother that's running around here trying to force your children to get abortions because you're stupid and worried about what society is going to say. So you kill your children for society. Right. Right. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So guys, I'm just now, and just to let you guys know, Linda is saying, I don't think my mother is jealous. She just learned it from her grandma that used to beat her to death. Okay, so the dynamic of jealousy is not always there, but it's there in most cases. It's there in most cases. It doesn't have to be there, but it's there in most cases. Especially if there's a dramatic difference in the way the two look. I know for years I would get down to a healthy weight. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. When I would get down to a healthy weight, my mother has consistently, all of a sudden, every woman in the family would start attacking me, including my mother. So I would actually put the weight back on, probably due to stress and, and and then they'd be happy again. The narcissistic mother wants you under their control. Some of them are sick and twisted and mad. They may have asked you to move in with them. Why? I don't know. Roommate with me, some crap. It's like, no, I'm a grown woman. I'm beautiful. I still have a chance at life. And I would like a husband. I don't want to live with my freaking mother for the rest of my life. I don't even get along with you. What are you talking about? Oh, I want you to live with me and come and give me a ride back and forth to the store. And then that's supposed to be your life. You're supposed to be a slave, a house nigga for him. So, nah, don't do it. Tell them get their own damn ride. Say, well, you should have stayed with my father instead of acting a fool. My father wanted you. What happened to that? And then when you wanted him years later, he lost interest in you by then, didn't he? Yep. And so now you double, triple, quadruple mad at me because now this man don't want you no more. Okay. So then all of a sudden, because your daddy don't want her, no man wants her. Nobody wants you. That's been another script over and over again, chanting, nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. This is something that they program in the people around you. And you'll even find that everybody that they are puppeteering will be repeating the same thing that they say. It's so bizarre, but it's, you don't have to be scared of it. You know what, guys? Years ago, I used to have this reoccurring dream where everybody in my family turned into zombies and was after me. And it happened more than once. They would go on these crusades against me. Oh my God, it's awful. Awful, awful, awful. We don't worry about it though. We just kind of, drink a glass of wine, take a hot bubble bath, maybe smoke a little herb or something. No, I'm joking, but some of y'all do and get lost in a good movie. But you also got to do the spiritual work because you'll notice that your relationships won't work out, because everybody's being programmed from the beginning. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I probably would have met a nice man on YouTube had it not been for that. But so many men stood in judgment of me because of the crap that my mother said. I wouldn't want them anyway because a lot of them are stupid. But then again, when you consider the fact that they're puppeteering them, then so it's really a sickness and a disease that you can reverse because all of that can be reversed. Every last bit of it. Even people that your narc mother has turned against you and has done things, if you feel the need, you can fix that situation. Okay. So don't ever give up hope. Ever. Don't you ever give up hope. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Linda said they will tell you that you will never get a man and no one will marry you. Exactly. And they'll be going around telling people. I know that my mother called everybody that was involved on YouTube that was my enemy, told them I was dangerous, don't open their door for me, that I was crazy. Can you imagine how bad she made other people look, though? In my eyes and in a lot of other people's eyes, those people look crazy. Because it was like, first of all, where's your discernment? Like, seriously? And people get to acting weird towards you. It's like, well, honey, go on down the road then. Be stupid then. Your friendship wasn't worth my time anyway. Hello? Okay? Now, if you married to somebody and you done married somebody or hooked up and linked up with somebody, yeah, that's when you gotta. Y'all, I got so many spells coming up, man. It's gonna change y'all love life forever. I got a anti poppet spell and reversal. Okay. So if y'all come to me get readings and I see that hanged man card on your man, especially if it's in the reverse position, or no, if it's in the upright position, that means somebody's being puppeteered sometimes. So especially if you have a narcissistic mother. Oh, sorry about that. They didn't like that one. That is going up on the website very, 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 very soon. You need to do one on yourself. Hold on. I had to drink some water. I had some water go down the wrong pipe, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm telling y'all the truth. Them anti-poppet spells work. And you know what? Here's the thing about spell work. You got to let it fully manifest. Okay? You got to let stuff fully manifest. The longer it's been, especially if it's something like that, it's going to continue to manifest until that situation is fixed. Mm-hmm. So it's important to break free from these people. And you have the right to do it. I know a lot of y'all feel real hopeless. A lot of y'all feel like y'all back is against the wall. You've had so many people come in and out of your life, people that were either involved with the narc or not. And you just kind of think the whole world is bad. And because that's the painting that they draw. They paint your life. You got to get past that, sis. You got to get past all that. Stop doing work for them, too. I'm going to give a warning to all y'all witches that Hecate, or Hectate, whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce her name. She watching y'all, and she don't appreciate y'all doing work for these narky parents. She don't respect them. And I've been working with Hecate just for like the past week. And goodness gracious, she has been amazing in my life. I think I might keep her as a long-term goddess, okay? So do your core cuttings, do your cleanses, do your reversals, do your generational hex removers. Do them. It's worth it. Your life is worth it. If you don't know how to do it, come to a practitioner that does know how to do it. The first thing you probably got to get is a cleanse because they've programmed you so much. How, knowing that you got a narcissistic mother that's up to no good practicing witchcraft, how do you actually get mad at the folks around you? You kind of pity them. You kind of have pity for the people that feel that they have the right to be disrespectful to you. And these are people who are either your friends, your lovers, or whoever else. Have pity on them. Have compassion. Because they don't know no better. They just know what your mama is supposed to be the center point. Your mama is supposed to be your mama, not your enemy. But the way they twist it so much, and you know what? You know what cracks me up? I don't have a criminal record. Ain't nobody ever accused me of nothing. Ain't nobody ever had to go into a police station and say, hey, she did this to me. But your narky parent is going to tell all these kind of crazy stories about you. And it's like, was there a police report that was filed when I did all this? No. There's never any evidence. That's just like when my crazy narcissistic mother was trying to sue her job at the government. There was literally, I was like, well, what did they do? Well, well, what did they do? There was no straight answer. Just persecution just for no reason. That's why she didn't win the lawsuit. Okay. So, and some people will try to create the trauma. Narcissistic people will create the trauma and the drama in their own lives because they make it up in their head. And then it's to the point where their job just say, look, you done lost your mind. You crazy. We just gonna put you on some disability, child. Okay. And it's just what it is. I remember I almost got hired at Apple, and I'm glad I didn't get hired at Apple. But my mom either still works there or was working there at the time. I had 2 interviews set up with them. The lady was all ready to go to hire me. She contacted human resources and told them not to hire me. I'm glad she did it though, because I ended up with something so much better. And that's my own business. So I'm glad she did that. Good, good. Because what I did was I turned that situation into a positive one. Okay. Turn all that crazy crap into a positive experience. Turn it all around on them. Just flip their world upside down. In fact, when you do your mirror magic, flip their picture upside down. Okay, flip it upside down. Get you a white or a black candle. Put it in a bowl, with some water around it, and go to work on them. That's what you do. You don't lay down like no dog and take it. You better feel your backbone and feel your strength as an individual, as a person that is entitled to all of the liberties, all of the liberation and the freedom. They treat you like slaves. This is what is going on in the Black community, especially. Is the Black narcissistic mother treating her children like slaves, worse than a slave? The psychological games, the gaslighting, none of this is working anymore. See, they can't feed off of energy like this that I'm directing out there because it's not energy of brokenness. It's not energy of anger. It is energy of strength and passion. You better feel it. You better feel it, is what I'm telling y'all. And don't you ever let her take nothing else from you. Ever. I don't care if he calls you every day and tells you that you a nothing ass bitch. If that's who you love and you know what's going on, fight for it. Especially if it's your twin flame soulmate, somebody that's y'all got we gotta quit making excuses for this shit and then throwing these men away. So your love life is directly affected by it. Trust me. And the way that people treat you is directly affected by it. Oh, I'm just going to be extremely disrespectful to this person. Why? Because her mama don't love her. And her mama said this and her mama said, well, your mama said this, your mama said that. See, these are childish people sometimes, okay? I'm just keeping it real. Some people just childish and, they need to grow. And a lot of them will. But the naysayers and the general republic, you know what I'm saying? They coming in, they homing in to take advantage of that energy. You hurt them by hurting the narcissist. Because the narcissist is going to have confusion, chaos in their mind, can't sleep at night, can't sleep during the day, can't sleep in the afternoon. Put you a bowl of salt water under your bed if you got a narcissistic mother. Put rosemary all around your house. Make sure that you bind and you tie your man's nature to you. Make sure that you put extra security around your house because your narcissistic mother will send a murderer to your home to kill you or to rape you. Some of them are that sick. Do that work on them. Send all that guilt to them. Send the guilt to them. Send the burden to them. It's their burden, not yours. And yeah, how you gonna help them if they don't want to be helped? So you can't help them. This is somebody that is devoid of maternal instincts. It's time for you to live your life. It's time for you to jump over that dividing line between the reality that they created for you and the reality that you do have the ability to create for yourself. And don't you ever forget that you're worthy. This is for all of the orphans, all of the tossed out, all of the castaways, all of y'all. You're worthy of life, even if you've made mistakes in your confusion. Hell, having a narcissistic mother would make you miserable. You'd be one of the some. But see, I've always been very positive with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm Jamila. I've always been very positive. It's a lot of people that don't have that positivity in their soul, and their mama done took it all out of them. You feel like God brought you into this world and God hated you because you was raised with a mother. But see, let me tell y'all something. Psychological and emotional abuse versus physical abuse. I don't know which one is worse. You know what, to be honest with you, there, one of those things that you do to your kids, they all about the same. Some of y'all grew up with physical abuse. Some of y'all grew up in situations where you were raped. You were pimped out. Yeah, your mama let men come in and do whatever they wanted to do with you. She did it. She had no maternal instincts. She didn't care. She may have been a drug addict or a drunk or maybe just a sick, twisted, disgusting pervert. You got to understand that you count too. Your opinion counts. Your instincts count. I have had my mother and her agents running around the internet stalking me for 4 to 5 years, stalking my 6-year-old son, making it impossible for me to even enroll him in school because she hired perverts to stalk my son. But then on the other side of the spectrum, judging me because I will not put him in public school where he will be wide open to any pervert, any one of the perverts coming by the school, snatching my son, bullying him because they know where my son go to school at. So everybody that's in your life that wants to be in your life, they better be on point. And anybody that wants to be in my life, you better be on point because my children's lives are depending on it. And I swear to Goddess, if anybody puts my children in danger even one more time, Goddess ain't gonna have it. I ain't got to threaten nobody or get angry. Even an attempt, though, will be met with very harsh punishment. Even an attempt. Do you understand? Linda, do not become an ice queen. Don't do it. Don't even play around with me like that. Don't even give me any indication. And if you do give me some kind of indication, evidently it's spirit making sure that I know who you are and what you up to. So you won't be privileged to know where I live. I think when I move this time, ain't nobody gonna know where I live at least for a year. You want to see me, I'll meet up with you. Hey, how you doing? Let's go do it, They been unfollowed me home or something. So, just I'm serious, y'all. You got to prove to me that you worthy of me. I'm supposed to run around here and kiss your butt just because you decided to get involved with something that's lower than the lowest common denominator. Honey, I don't think so. You better get right. And yeah, we can do spell work, but see if your true nature keep coming out like that, then you can get cut off. Ain't that sick? I'm going to call all the schools around you and stalk you and make you believe that pedophiles are chasing your kid. And then I'm going to come back and gaslight you and judge you and say over and over again that your kid is not in school. Not to mention the fact that there's been a spiritual warfare between you and this bitch for the duration of your life that you're dealing with too. And then at the same time, you're trying to heal and trying to get it together and trying to manifest. So you got a triple, double, quadruple threat against you. So y'all better understand. I remember when I was in Kansas City, my children were getting bullied every single day because my mother knew where I lived. Oh, it's her. Trust me. Because I found out when I moved to Kansas, she contacted my landlord. She was calling up to the school. The principal told me, she said, your mother called up here. I'm like, what the hell? She contacted my landlord. I don't know what she said to her. The lady was scared of me. I had never had any confrontation with this woman. Very manipulative. I had to move when I was 9 months pregnant. Ooh, I was pissed. But guess what? My place was so beautiful, y'all. It was so beautiful, the place that I moved into. I loved it. It had these. I was showing my significant other the pictures of it the other day. It was a beautiful house, beautiful. It wasn't a house. It was it was a duplex actually. It was gorgeous. It was. What was it? A duplex? I'm trying to remember. No, it wasn't a duplex. I had to look up that address and see what it may have been. Y'all, it's so weird. I can't remember. It was several years ago that I lived there because I was pregnant with Jacob and I had the baby and I mean Jacob was such a joy to raise. I mean, he was just, oh my goodness. Just a beautiful baby. And it was, we were really, really happy. And then I let the NARC agent know where I live and then, let it in my house and voila. So you got to cut ties with the NARC agent's agent. Okay, with the handlers. You got to be able to recognize them. Okay. Yeah, she did it. Yeah, she did it. She knows she did it. When I was living in Kansas, I had some weird black guy calling my phone talking about, why don't you shut that little ugly baby up from crying? That ain't no coincidence, man. Come on now. Come on, man. That ain't no coincidence. If you have given your energy to do the hex remover on your mother that does that, you do not have any, you don't owe them nothing. You've already paid your debt. I had to tell one of my clients that I said, look, I said, you don't owe her nothing. You've already paid the debt. You can just go on and live and be free. I know it's going to take some time to get your mind focused and you need to get all that chaos out of your mind, but it's going to happen. And trust me, it can, because, a lot of people kind of don't believe, but then again, a lot of people do. But I can promise you that 99.999% of the time, we don't even think about my narky mother. We just think about her every now and then when she decides that she wants attention like a child instead of having enough respect for herself to be a mother and, I don't know, maybe pick up the phone and call you or something, even though you probably wouldn't pick up the phone and answer. Okay. And yes, there is a place for you to fit into society. It may not be with all of those spoiled kids that, whose mothers spoiled them and treated them like princesses, and your mother treated you like dirt. I know one of the infamous things that my mother did to you that some of you black women may recognize is them perming and burning out your hair. Oh man, will mess up your hair follicles. Mm-mm-mm. A lot of y'all had narky mothers like that, especially you black women. Hair grow wild. Your mama putting that perm in. My mama used to put that perm in my hair. All of a sudden, she started putting perms on my hair because she got tired of combing it. And every month, she would put that perm on there every month. And I'm a kid. So what am I going to say? No, mama, don't put the perm on my hair. It's child abuse. Every month, that ponytail, she would pull it up. And she was over processing. My hair was horrible. She didn't know what she was doing. She would pull that ponytail up. She would put the perm on. She would scoop all of my hair up in a ponytail. Every month, that ponytail got shorter. Every month. And see, I got a lot of my father's genes, which means that my hair grows very fast. Okay. For some reason, my mom has really short hair, very unhealthy, dry, brittle hair, and she has alopecia. I'm bringing this up as a point. I'm bringing this up as a point to you all. Now, for me, I had enough sense to go and get some, I don't know, conditioner, leave-in conditioner, and, just comb my children's hair. And my daughters had very long hair until they were influenced to perm it. They wanted to, a few of them, both of my daughters put relaxers on their hair, but they actually grew their natural hair out. So both of my daughters have very thick, healthy hair. Okay. So, it's really an attack on your self esteem and, yes, your looks. It's an attack on that. Um, some of y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. Some of y'all mothers did take y'all beauty, or at least is trying to take it. Oh, I want her to be ugly as me because they feel ugly. Your narcissistic mother feels ugly. She feels like you're prettier than her. She's jealous of you. Do your reversals. She treating you like a bitch off the corner. So then what do you do with her? And y'all already told y'all I released all my anger, but I'm just keeping it real with y'all. And we not talking about a mother that, oh, my mother never showed me affection. My mother never told me that she loved me. Even if your mother was not narcissistic and didn't show you affection and never told you that she loved you, you don't have a narcissistic mother, so you would not understand. Most people are not empathic. So they have no idea. And this is why these people judge you, look down upon you because they got their own self-esteem issues. You know what I'm saying? They got their own self-esteem issues. So let them fall by the wayside. Handle the head vampire in charge, and that's your mama. That's who you deal with. You don't deal with her minions directly. Don't even do it. You'll drive yourself crazy. You be bitch batshit crazy if you do that. Deal with her. That's where you gonna get the most return. Now, some of y'all like, well, Jamila, I can't do that. I'm just gonna lay down and die like a dog. I just can't do that to my mama. Okay. Well, I mean, but what about what she did to you? Well, that's my mama. Okay, hon. Well, then it was nice talking to you. Good luck with that. Good luck with that because uh. In fact, why are you even still calling her your mother? You still call her mother? I wouldn't even call her my mother. And you know what? There's so much that witchcraft can do for you. It's not that you're being evil. You don't have to wish your mother death. You don't have to necessarily wish her sickness because trust me, she's already sick and half dead. Just send all that energy back and keep it moving. Oh, okay. You done did something against me. You done said something else about me. Okay. Well, let me send your negative energy. Oh, you put negative frequencies out there on me, right? Oh, okay. Y'all, I had the craziest experience the other night. I got to tell y'all about this before I wrap this up. I am I can hear everything, right? And I actually heard the narcissist demon the other night. Had never heard it before. It was a really pitiful, mousy voice. Very, very cowardly. Okay. And it was the night that I came and told you guys that I released that anger. You can forgive your mother, but you still have to fight back, right? Forgive her while you fighting back. I forgive you with love and light. And feel that love and light come into you. I was about to take a bath. And right after I did that hangout, I heard the narcissist say, "No, don't take away the anger. It's all I've got. I don't know what I do without the anger." I swear to Goddess, and Goddess is my witness, that that is what that pitiful soul said. No, what am I gonna do without my anger? I needed to feed off of it. I told you that the narcissist demon feeds off of anger. That's why they purposely try to upset you. They feed off of your anger. I remember growing up, y'all. Either my mother or either she would get other people in the family to say cruel stuff to me, and I would get pissed. They were feeding. Get people to accuse you of stuff you ain't did, persecute you over the smallest thing. Oh my God, you left your sock on the floor. You see what I'm saying? This is why you end up growing up and getting married to a man that judges you for not doing the laundry one damn time. Oh my God, you mean to tell me it's always a big production on every damn thing? Oh my goodness, you mean to tell me that your towels were not clean? Oh, you're filthy and dirty and disgusting, and I hate you. And it's like, really? I bet you gonna miss me when I'm gone. How much you want to bet you gonna miss me when I leave you? And when I put this work on you too. Not love work, reversal and guilt work. You ain't gotta carry that. I look, let me tell y'all something. Everything that they do can be reversed within 24 hours. Probably less than that sometime. Oh my God, you mean to tell me that you've been over here taking care of four children and working 12 hours per day and also dealing with your narcissistic mother and dealing with bad energies, and you didn't put the clothes in the washer? Okay. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, but and then we'll compare you to other women. I'm doing my laundry. I get all of my laundry done. And it's like, really? And see, I got something against men that do stuff like that, because it's like, why don't you get your lazy ass up and go in there and do the laundry? Why don't you go do that? Oh my God, Deborah Williams laughing. Oh my God, you mean to tell me that you didn't do laundry? You mean to tell me that there was that you oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't know that I committed a crime. Did I kill anyone? See, when you got a narcissistic mother, everything that you do, which should be understood, is going to be misunderstood, because you're already being persecuted by everybody, because that's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? And hey, you know what, Linda Capri? Let me tell you something. To a man out there judging a woman because her laundry wasn't done, why you didn't hire a maid service? You can get a maid to come over for $40 or $50 to do laundry. Could it be because maybe you okay. And men will treat you extra bad and be disrespectful to you. Then the next thing you know, you in some kind of weird BDSM relationship where you're getting beat up and stomped out because you didn't do the laundry. Oh my God. It'd be different if they was taking care of you, working, doing something to take care of you, and then they paying all the bill. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Things like that can be forgiven, but they are never forgotten all the way. You know what I'm saying? Because men will be extra judgy and then say, well, your mama don't love you, so I get to treat you any kind of way, don't I? No, no, you don't. In fact, I'm doing a reversal and a cord cutting, and then I could do some heavy love domination work on you. But I just don't know what I'm going to do because I'm so busy with everything else. I don't have time to sit around and worry about my narcissistically abusive mother like you do. I don't have time to sit around and worry about that. I don't have time to sit around and worry about, you know what? And if I didn't have time to do the damn laundry, tough titty. Maybe I wasn't feeling well. Maybe I was busy. Linda Capri, I've actually thought about doing that. When you have kids can be very messy, but that is another side effect because you're constantly being, because first of all, when your narcissistic mother calls people and is talking about you, a narcissistic mother would hand their child over to a pedophile in a heartbeat. They don't give a damn. I'm just keeping it real with y'all, man. These people open their children up to abuse by other people and they know it. And the people that were in your life that abused you because of that person, they owe you an apology. They owe you the world is what they owe you. Okay? I'm just telling y'all the truth. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Again, hit that thumbs up. I will be putting the anti-puppeteering ritual and reversal on the website. I will be doing that. If you guys are in need of reading, spiritual counseling, guidance, and other spells or rituals, the link to my website is below. Okay? I will see y'all later. Love and light, peace and blessings. And do not forget what I said. Download this, share this, spread it around. Listen to it over and over again if you need to. Okay? Y'all are very welcome. Thank you so much for listening to this live, and I will see y'all later. Love and light.